What if the monsters of old legends weren't entirely made up? We often treat myth like it belongs purely in storybooks. But across eras and continents, people unearthed strange bones, witnessed unfamiliar beasts, and saw things that defied explanation. When faced with the unknown, myth was their way of making sense of fear, danger, and wonder. Today, paleontologists discover fossils that reshape what we thought of as impossible. Geneticists unlock stories encoded in DNA. Naturalists observe animals behaving in ways that once inspired dread. We know much more, but myth still whispers in bones and shadows. In this journey, we'll explore 8 creatures once thought mythical, and trace the real living or extinct beings that likely inspired them. Prepare to see how legends of horror, wings, claws, or primal strength had roots in real life, and how human imagination built the rest. Long before Jurassic Park thrilled moviegoers, people told tales of swift, deadly predators, beasts that stalked in pack, that leapt, lunged, and shredded their prey with talons sharp enough to tear bone. These are the raptor myths. Vicious, agile, terrifying. What if these weren't just fantasy? Enter Deinonychus antiropus, a real predator from the early to mid-Cretaceous period, about 115 to 94 million years ago. Fossils have been found in North America, in parts of Montana, Wyoming, Oklahoma, even Maryland. It measured about 3 to 3.4 meters long, approximately 10 to 11 feet, weighed 50 to 70 kilograms, had a long, stiffened tail for balance, long arms with grasping claws, and above all, a huge sickle-shaped claw on each hind foot. That sickle claw, curving razor-like, is what really fired the imagination. Stories about taloned beasts that rip, slash, ambush from behind. Many raptor myths map closely to its anatomy. Even its posture, a lean horizontal body with a stiff tail, contrasts stark dinosaur imagery and creates a silhouette unlike anything ordinary. Paleontologist John Ostrom's studies in the 1960s used Deinonychus to challenge old notions of sluggish dinosaurs. Some myths may have been shaped more recently, where fossils found by indigenous or colonizing populations were interpreted or misinterpreted through local storytelling. Imagine discovering a curved claw, enormous teeth fragments, without anatomy or science. The mind builds horror from what it lacks full explanation for. But not all raptor myth is prehistoric. The fossil record shows Deinonychus was real, active, dangerous. It likely hunted smaller herbivores, scavenged as needed, possibly used its large toe claw to pin prey. Its bones show adaptations for speed, agility, balance. So, when you hear the raptor myth, the terrifying, terrible claw tearing through forest shadows, know it had a model. One built of bone, muscle, speed, and a claw that could, in truth, inspire fear. Deinonychus wasn't myth. It helped inspire the myth. If uncovering the real creatures behind ancient legends fascinates you, now's your chance to go deeper. Hit subscribe, tap the like button, and join the hunt for truth behind the myth. Die we fear the image of monstrous wolves, wolves far larger, more savage than those in our forests. This image has roots in a very real creature, the dire wolf, Deinonychus dirus. During the Ice Age, these wolves roamed North and South America, much larger and sturdier than many modern wolves. Folklore and myth often exaggerate, especially in darkness, when shapes, eyes, teeth become terrifying stories. Tales of giant wolves chasing travelers through snow, of packs ripping apart large prey, map well onto what scientists now know of dire wolves. Fossils show heavy bones, powerful limbs, large skulls, animals built for toughness. Recent DNA studies reveal the dire wolf lineage was highly distinct from modern wolves. It didn't simply interbreed with gray wolves, it was its own branch. Though it vanished around 13,000 years ago, its presence looms large in myth and memory. Legends of dire wolves survive in Native American folklore. Stories of enormous wolves, of haunting howls in deep woods, of creatures that surpass size and speed of known wolves. In some tales, they embody fear itself, death, cold, the terror of nights when humans are vulnerable. When giant bones or tooth fossils appeared without knowing the species, people might have assumed monsters. In truth, dire wolves hunted bison, deer, maybe even mammoth calves. Their jaw strength, robust limbs suggest they could take down prey larger than themselves. But they were real animals, not supernatural, but exceptional in their time. Myths turned real traits into terror. In forests and grasslands long ago, people spoke of colossal beasts, slow, lumbering giants that tore down trees, shook the earth when they moved, and left footprints too large for human stride. Such stories echoed through indigenous South American cultures. Beasts of muscle and scale, sometimes feared as monsters. other times revered as spirits of the land. But what if these legends weren't pure imagination? Meet Megatherium americanum, one of the largest ground sloths ever discovered. Native to South America, it lived from roughly the Pliocene through the late Pleistocene, up until about 10,000 to 12,000 years ago. These giants could grow to more than 6 meters, approximately 20 feet, long and weigh several tons, comparable in mass to modern elephants. Fossils were first found in 1787 near the Luján River in Argentina, later shipped to Spain and described by Georges Cuvier in 1796. That made Megatherium one of the earliest prehistoric animals scientifically identified. What did it do with all that size? It was primarily a herbivore, browsing trees, shrubs, and tall vegetation. With strong limbs and huge claws, it could pull down branches, and its tail likely helped it balance when standing up to reach foliage other animals couldn't. As humans spread, some Megatherium bones would surface. Giant claws, teeth, massive bones. Without scientific knowledge, these remains could easily spark tales of monsters. An enormous skeleton, with claws strong as axes, might become the beast that tore down forests. Furthermore, in many myth traditions across cultures, giant beasts are assigned attributes drawn from real animal fossils: strength, violence, dominance, unearthly presence. Megatherium fits that mold. There are documented kill-butchering sites showing human interaction, one in the Pampas region, where tools were found alongside Megatherium bones. This suggests people encountered them, perhaps hunted them, or at least scavenged them. So, when tales speak of forest giants shaking the ground, of monsters with claws longer than human arms, they may be fragmented memories of Megatherium. A beast slow, massive, but real, living until mere millennia ago. Legend expands what biology began. If you enjoyed this journey into ancient mysteries, don't forget to like, drop a comment with your thoughts, and subscribe for more. And stay tuned. In part 2, we'll uncover the astonishing Woolly Mammoth.